Oh, hello, stream. Welcome back. Okay, pipe down, Cleveland. Yes, enough of that. Okay, welcome. Welcome, everybody, to RITSEC Research. Yes, thank you, Danny. She's cheering for me. You should all be happy that you're here. It's the best section of RITSEC. Thanks, Danny. If you haven't signed in yet, please sign in. Keep track of you, and then you get cool member perks. Yeah, like Career Fair Eve, which was last night, 2 nights ago. It's been a blur. 2 nights ago was great. What? It has been. These weeks fly by. Shout out to our interest groups and programs, physical security, RVAPT this semester. 11 to 2 in this exact room. Yes, 11 to 12. If you haven't signed up for Workplace yet, please sign up for Workplace. It's pretty late in the semester. I don't know. If you want to know what we're doing every week, please sign up for the newsletter. We'll try and get that out by Wednesday. I'm just condensing this now. If you have swag, ordered swag, or have IRSEC prizes, please come to the club room and we'll give that to you. Danny, do you have a thing about jackets?
No, that was just decided like 10 minutes ago, but you can tell them.
Okay, if you order jackets, prepare to Venmo Danny or pay her in cash. Venmo Jason. I lied.
Oh, waiting, announcement number.
Okay, blue team shirt announcement soon. It's a long story. Okay, anyway, B-sides, that's tomorrow. Shout out John and where's Emmanuel? John and Emmanuel, they're presenting. You better support them. It's literally free to be there. Come on. And they have cool trainings too if you want to pay money. But yeah, mostly free. And of course, if you're interested in presenting, all the information's in RITSEC Research Group for Workplace. I'll just go over the basics here. Sign up link right there. We have ideas form. We have co-presenting. If you want to do something that costs money, fill up. We have research grants. That's two. And we also give you free stuff for presenting. Yeah, classic. Please, round of applause for our sponsors. Yes, thank you. And of course, follow us on social media. Shout out to Jasmine, who's not here anymore. What? She just dipped. Everyone's leaving. What the F? Oh, and I forgot to add the disclaimer. Don't use any of this information maliciously. So I'm going to do the news. Jake's going to do. Shout out Jake. Jake's presenting today. Hooray. He's doing a presentation on Yara. Dan and Josh are going to. Okay, actually, this is swapped. Emmanuel is. And I didn't change the name again. Wow. Wow. Emmanuel is second. Dan and Josh are third. Okay, yes. What's going on? Oh, changing the name. Okay, hold please. I'm not Philip Baby. I wish I was the baby. That would be great. Phil of Baby. John of Fan. Bauer. Okay, back to the news, or starting the news. Okay, so this one, maybe you guys heard of it, maybe you didn't. This one was huge this week. This is like the big story, another one of those big things. So Microsoft Exchange, if you guys don't know what that is, mail server type beat. Wow, it's been a really long week. I can't really think about it. What'd you say, Robert? I honestly no. I think it's just a tough life out here. Anyway, so they had multiple 0 days found in Exchange servers. So luckily, Microsoft has put out patches and is urging everyone to update immediately. These 0 days were credited to a Chinese APT called Hafnium, which is also an element, kind of cool. Jeez. What are the CVEs? Okay. Basically what this was they found multiple 0 days and then used them in conjunction with each other to basically full system takeover, that sort of thing. So some of the notable ones, the first one was the server-side request for forgery. vulnerability. So this was the authentication bypass part of it. So what they would do was send an arbitrary piece of HTTP traffic to the Exchange server and use that to authenticate themselves. So didn't have to have valid credentials or anything like that. Just use the server to validate themselves. The second one was insecure serialization. Wow, that's a mouthful. Vulnerability. So there was this allowed untrusted data that could be, controlled by the users, user-controlled data that would run as system, basically highest privileges on Windows. And then the last major one was the post-exchange authentication thing, which basically allowed for file write to any location on the Exchange server box, which thus in turn provides remote code execution. All the bugs used, the APT used it in a sort of way where they used these bugs to put web shells on all of the Exchange boxes they were targeting and stealing emails and system data. But other groups can use it to do whatever they want to do. It's pretty bad. So that was a big one. Check out the article. I barely summarized this. This one was huge. So yeah. This one, Verkada. I don't know if you guys heard about this one or yeah, John's laughing. John knows. Yes, Verkada. Anyway, so what Verkada does, if you don't know, they do a web-based security camera sort of network. So you do it all through a web application instead of having like, what'd you say? Recognition software as well.
They make security cameras.
I see. Okay, so a lot of physical security from Verkada as well. So one of their main things is the whole security camera network where you can just go on their site and just manage it from there instead of having, tapes and all that old, outdated stuff and storing your own recordings and such not. So a group hacked this company and gained access to over 150,000 cameras across the world. They called themselves APT 69420. Kind of some mad lads out here. Yes. Oh, yes. Thank you, Robert. Arson cats. They accessed Tesla factories in Shanghai, hospitals, like hospital rooms, just general areas. And they also hacked public schools. I think one of the schools that they hacked was, I don't actually know. I think they just hacked some public elementary schools, which is actually mad sus. What, Danny?
Protect the children.
Yes, protect the children. So basically, how this happened was there existed a super admin Verkada account that granted access to every camera in the network. So literally I don't know what they were thinking, having some super user like this. So obviously, yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, so they're largely under fire right now. I'm pretty sure they're getting sued a bunch, and the government is investigating too. So yeah. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. Yeah, that was an interesting one. Okay, so next thing was Adobe had a code execution flaw that was pretty big. So shout out Windows users. Everyone's dying this week. So the major products that were affected were FrameMaker, which is writing and editing complex documents, Connect, which is you guys might have used Adobe Connect. It's web conferencing. And Creative Cloud, a lot of video editors use. So there was a whole bunch of CVs. There was like 10 different CVs found. They're all related to buffer overflow, out of bounds errors, that sort of thing, input validation. Basically allowing for any code to be executed via any single one of these products. They patched it and they pushed their users to update it, although it was weird how they worded it. They weren't like urging their users to update. Check the article for their quote. They were like, they said like, we slightly recommend that you update, or like something like that. It was like not worded like that, but it wasn't like they were pushing it. I don't know. It was really weird when I read it. Check it out, I guess. And last one, Apple. Emmanuel's not here. They fixed a WebKit remote code execution, yes.
For the last slide, I think you put was the exchange capability.
You're right. I did that multiple times.
That's right. If you want to drop that link there later somewhere.
Sounds good. Yes, I will drop all the links in the slides. Yes, so WebKit remote code execution. A lot of remote code execution issues this week. So there was a security flaw. Okay, actually, I should have moved this line to the top. WebKit is the sort of browser engine used by Safari and other Apple applications that use like the internet and that sort of thing. So they issued a patch for it, which is lucky. It existed for iOS, macOS, and watchOS devices. I don't know. Someone's doing RCE on a watch, an Apple Watch, I guess. But it was possible. So this was a memory corruption issue, just allowing them to, again, execute arbitrary code. Whoa. The weird thing with the macOS versions is it only existed on previous versions of Mac. So shout out Big Sur, update your devices. And they ranked it at a 7.7. So it was difficult to do, but it can also lead to full takeover. So of note, worthy to note. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Jake. Yes. What in the world is Yara? Go, Jake. Clap for Jake, everyone. You better clap. My favorite news, man.